Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I am going to do more like a health update and a homeschool update. So it this year has been quite a struggle. I had quite a bit of health issues. I guess I'm gonna start with my health issues. So I have GERD, and I was having a lot of problems with that. It got to a point where my whole body, from like my chest all the way to my stomach, felt like I was burning up all the time. It felt like I was on fire. I had to go and get some tests done, and it turned out that I had a lot of things going on. So I was on a lot of medication for it, and it got to the point that the medication that I was on was making me very sick and very drowsy. I couldn't stay awake when I was on them. And so, of course, I had to pause our homeschool because of that. Then, after I was done with that, my whole family got sick. And that was around Christmas again. And eventually we got better. And then I got sick right after. I want to say like within a week, I got sick right after that. But this time it got really worse. It was just a really bad flu, and then I was getting like rashes all over my arms, all through my hands, and I didn't know what was going on. So at that point I was just taking it day by day. And right now everything seems to be mellow. I had to go for another test to do with my GERD, and that came back better. Not completely better, but better than what it was before. I'm on some medication, but not as much as I was, because the medication that I was on before, I was taking 14 pills per day, and that was a lot for me, and well, any person, to be honest. And so now I am only down to 2, so that is pretty good for that. Now my only main problem I'm having is my asthma, but other than that, everything's fine. So I am gonna go into our homeschool journey. Now, our homeschool has been a struggle. It really has. Between my health, it was just a lot, So I had to cut a lot of things that I had planned on. Now I'm gonna go start with language arts. So with language arts, I had originally wanted to do IEW, the writing and the fixed grammar, along with our main language arts. Okay, so that was my original plan. First, let me just say that fixed grammar, we got the knowledge tree, and we are loving it. Okay, this is our favorite grammar that we've ever used. Okay, we have no problems. I even have the flashcards that go with it as well, and it is going well. We are approaching week 21, so we're almost there. This is, no matter what we use, this was our main. We always use that. So then I have also the teacher guide that I did, and I would go ahead and use the fix it grammar glossary sometimes, and me and my son both love it. That is our favorite grammar. Now, what I had done, we started the grammar writing, and obviously we love the grammar. Now for the IEW writing, we started it, and I think we are on like week 10, I want to say. We finished well, not finished, we stopped it pretty early. Two reasons why we stopped. One, it was a little too much for my son at first. He had to go back sometimes, but the reason why it was too much is because I had to be more hands off because everything that was going on with me. If I did it with him more, he probably would have been able to do it, okay? And I felt bad that I had to stop it because my son loves Mr. Pudua. He says that he's an amazing teacher. He loves his jokes. And I'm not getting rid of it. I'm not excuse me. What I decided to do was I was doing the Master Books language lessons for 11 education. He was doing level 4, and we had stopped it for a while, and then we did the Good and the Beautiful 11-4, and it comes with the 2 books. And he liked it and didn't like it, okay? He liked it because it helped him grow so much. Even through last year, he did. But he recently has been begging me all year that he wants more like a black and white type of thing. Like, he doesn't want all that fluff that the Good and Beautiful is known for. And I get where he's coming from, because some of the stuff we just skipped just because, and you know, so we decided just to go back to Master Books, and it is working well. He likes it. The worksheets are short, so what I have him do, he does when he's starting the week out, he does from exercise 1 through exercise 3, and then he does 4 and 5. Honestly, I thought that we were gonna be really behind, but doing it like that, it helps a lot. And if he was just doing 1 page, it was taking him like 5 minutes. And I get that Master Books is more of a gentle approach, but I like doing it like that, and he has no complaints about it. So that is how we were doing it. Now for math is our tough subject. So if you watched my curriculum review, I was doing a bunch of different maths because 1, I was a little undecided, and 2, we always do more than 1 curriculum in a year. It's just been like that. For the future, I am just gonna spoil it, but we would just be sticking to 1 math for next year. And once I do my curriculum review, you'll understand why. But I started off with Horizons, and Horizons was working, but there was just some things that I just decided, like, okay, let's just not do Horizons. And don't get me wrong, Horizons is a great program, it really is. And my son just wanted more of more like a black and white thing. So obviously we just stick to math lessons for living education by Master Books, and it is working well. Again, he does more than just 1 page. Let me see where we're at. And here we are on day 97, and he does the same way he does the language arts. He does in the beginning of the week, he'll start with exercise 1, 2, and 3, and then on the next day he'll do 4 and 5, and then for the rest of the week he'll do it the same way like that. And if you notice, it's the same way. I don't know if you know, but it's very same way. It's easy, very gentle. I found that it helps my son a lot, especially with his division and multiplication. But yes, it is working out so well. Now, in addition to that, he is doing teaching textbooks. Now, I know it's all colorful and everything, but it has no fluff. He cannot have any fluff. He's over the fluff. I did have us doing the Simply Good and Beautiful level 4, and we were doing it. I tried it so many times, guys. I really did. But one, he was over the fluff, okay? He just didn't, he wanted no part of it. I tried skipping things and that wasn't really working out. Another thing is the teacher, Cachet, I know she does the videos, and he said that she didn't explain it in more detail, like what he needs it in more detail. And I know it's spiral, but it wasn't spiral enough for him, okay? And teaching textbooks, it seemed to be working out. He looks at it as more of a game, so he likes it, and it's more of a fun, engaging, okay? And so that's what we are doing for math. Occasionally what I would do is print out some math drill worksheets. That way he could just keep practicing on his multiplication, just to keep the math facts going, okay? Now for handwriting. This is one thing I did not change, guys. I promise I didn't. We started the year with the Good and the Beautiful handwriting level 4. He is actually almost done with this. Let me see. He is on 80 and 81. So he is almost done. I'm saying maybe in the next week or two, he'll probably be done. He does about 2 pages a day. He likes it because it has these little activities on the bottom. It tells you, sometimes there's like little puzzle kind of thing here. You see, he likes these little things. So we are going to be finishing up, and then at the very end, what I like about it is you get a little certificate, and I think that's really neat. When he did level 3, he ended up doing it and he got the certificate, so he's almost done with that. So for history and for science, so for science we did a couple different things. So we started with Apologia's Zoology 1, that is the flying creatures. And guys, it was just a lot of reading, and because with everything going on with me, and I just cut it. I'm sorry, but I just cut it. I kind of got that on hold, maybe like over the summer type of thing, or maybe like another year we could do it, but I just really cut it. He wanted it to do it so bad, and I felt bad, but I just cut it. And I know that they have the audio, and the funny thing about that is I bought the CD, okay, and I was gonna use it for days that I couldn't really sit down and do it like that. And the thing was, my DVD player, you would have to go and search for it, and it was more of a hassle to figure out where we left off than to actually use it. So I'm like, you know what, it's not even worth it. And I do think they have like the MP3 player, so if we do land up doing it again either next year or the following year, I am going to invest in the MP3 because that would be a lot easier for me. So right now what we are excuse me, actually doing, and that is what is it? The reptiles from The Good and the Beautiful. We are doing that. We actually just started it. We are liking it so far. They're short, they're sweet. They got some little videos that you could go ahead and do. Let me see if I could. So you just go to their website and it'll tell you like what video. So I don't know if you could see it, but this is the video that we had done today, and it was only like 3-4 minutes the longest, and it worked really good. It was nice to actually, we both learned a few things from it, but it is really short. And then I ended up getting the book pack. So towards the end, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna start the books, because there's 2 of them. One is a chapter book and one is a picture book. So towards, I want to say, once we get to like lesson 5, we'll do the picture book, and then towards the end is when we'll do that as our chapter book. Now for history, we end up doing America's Story 1. We started for the very beginning, and we had done that. We did it with the timeline cards. We started to do America's Story 2, and it started with Abraham Lincoln. And my son loves learning about Abraham Lincoln, but I decided to pause it because our homeschool is almost over, guys. We only have 7 weeks left. That's it, and then we're done. And then we will break, and then we'll start right back up. We'll be starting back in June. And obviously we're not gonna start everything, but we'll have like a slow start, because we homeschool year round, so it's not everything every single day. We still have a summer, so it's a little different than what most people do. So I want to take more trips this year, so
field trips.
That's why I wanted to go ahead and start really slow. But for now, for history, what I am doing, I have these flashcards, and it talks about the presidents, and it talks about there's another one I have, the 50 states I have. So I do like a state, and then we move on to the presidents, important facts about them. And I actually got that from Target in their dollar section a couple years ago. So I do that, and then I actually have one for dinosaurs, so we read them as well, and we add that to whatever science or whatever history that we're learning. We do like documentaries, we do just something, okay? And I wish that the homeschool that I had planned worked, but of course, you know, it doesn't always go that way. But that is basically what has been going on in our homeschool. I am hoping that when we do start back up, that I have a homeschool that would go more, have a better flow to it. So that is basically everything. If you would like to continue following our homeschool journey, please give me a like and hit that red subscribe button. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.